Welcome to the RSZN podcast. How men become men. Notice anything different? Notice anything different? Notice anything spectacular, something amazing. I did something amazing. I just want you to know, if y'all know, leave a comment below. Let me know what you noticed that's different. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So, we're back. It's like the second episode. I'm excited. Mainly because I was gonna write some notes to talk about this time, but I decided just to come off the dome because it worked so well last time. I actually enjoyed it, and I feel like when I'm in a free space like that and just let my thoughts flow, things tend to hit differently. Things tend to hit better. Now, as I go on, I may flip flop back and forth, but as of now, I'm gonna go off the dome. We'll see how it works. See how that works. I got about an hour. I don't know if the podcast is going to be an hour, but I given myself an hour because I have to go to the gym around 5. So you got my hour of my time at least, or at the most. All right. Now, men. The number one thing men in today's society I mean America, a first world country, how to become that man, the first thing you guys have to do is you have to hurt your own feelings. You have to be the first one in your life to break your own heart. Or at least, if you're not the first one, you have to at least be the one where it's the most pain, right? Because we go through life and we let people break our hearts. And we sit in that pain. But that's because you haven't been through shit. You haven't been through enough shit to go, that hurt. Scoot it away. I'm going to move on, though. I got other things I got to do. Right? Let me give you an example. I was dating this girl, this woman, an amazing woman. I would never, ever throw dirt on the name of my exes. She was an amazing woman. And ultimately, in the end, it did not work out. And so I had to call it off with her. I had to. To this day, I wish I haven't. Not as in a regret, but I wish I could have I wish things would have went perfect, right? Everybody wishes that for themselves. But I'm glad I did, and it was for my benefit and for her benefit. It's like a contract. It's like a contract for $100,000. You really want that contract, but certain terms aren't being met in the contract. You have to absolve it because they're breaking the terms. Whether you're the one giving or the receiving the 100 mil. And so that's how it was. And it broke my heart. It broke my heart to the core, but it wasn't the worst heartbreak. It would never be. The worst heartbreak that I've ever had, I put myself through. I told myself at a time that I wasn't the character who I wanted to be. I wasn't who I wanted to be. Now imagine this. Imagine one day you're a father. As a man, you're a father. And you've raised these kids, right? Say you have 3 kids. And you raised them till they were about 12, 13 years old. And a 13-year-old kid comes up to you one day and says, Dad, Batman is my idol. I look up to Batman. And you go, well, that's great, son. You look up to me? And he goes, Dad, you're not someone I want to be. How heartbreaking is that? Because that's the road that you head down towards when you don't even the person you want to be. So why would you expect your children to want to be the people that you don't want to be? That's why society, so many people are okay with, oh, he can look up to Dwayne Rock and be like The Rock. Oh, he can look up to fucking Andrew Tate and be Andrew Tate. Nothing wrong with these men. They're great men. They're amazing men. Extraordinary men. But how come you aren't? Your son can see that. And it really breaks my heart that I used to think that way. So I know it's breaking yours. And that's men we don't like to admit when our feelings are hurt, but you got to admit that. And you got to take it like a man to the fucking chest and build your own shit. See, the hardest thing in life is to accept yourself. Because in any situation, that's the first thing you have to do. In every situation. That's the very first thing you have to do as a man, is to accept who you are to the core. The things that you love, the things that you hate, the things that you've done, the things that you will do, the things that you want to do, the things that you can't do. You have to accept that shit. And if you want to do something, you want to change it, you want to do something about that, you have to work for it. You have to work hard, strenuous hours, repeat it over and over again. Like I said before, you have to do your 10,000 hours to change your mindset, and then in turn change who you are physically, and in turn change your character and become that greater version of yourself. Because this is all what this podcast is about, is becoming the greatest version that you could ever be. And I'm dead serious when I say this, because I want you guys to be the best you can ever be. But first you have to realize in here you are that. What do they say? It's 28 days to create a habit, to form a habit. You have to make what you want to be a habit, right? And you can't change anything physically until you change it internally. That's what Rich Season is all about. Rich mind, body, and soul. So I come to you guys today to let you know that we ain't here to play games. We here to make business, stand on our word, stay loyal to the people we love, stay loyal to our own commitments. Because just like God has commitments for us, you need to have commitments for yourself. How will you treat others? How will you allow others to treat you? What will you stand for? What won't you stand for? You have to be concrete as a man. And it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you stand in it, right? That's the main part. That's the main goal. At the end of the day, you have to assert yourself in your own life before you can assert yourself in others. I was watching this podcast the other day, a long time ago. It wasn't long. It wasn't that long. It was about maybe a month or two ago. And I loved what he talked about because he said you have to do the small things. Keep doing the small things until it snowballs gradually to become the big things, right? See, on this board, I have a list of big things that I wanted to accomplish. So in my phone, I have notes of the small tasks, the everyday minimal tasks that I have to do, like make my bed, cook a meal, brush my teeth. Those are the smallest, most incremental things, and they build into bigger things. Like, oh, now I'm able to sit here and create content for you guys, and this is gonna snowball into even bigger things, till eventually it ends up as one of these, which is gain 20 pounds, right? Make $100,000, 6 figures, right? Start my cleaning business. I already did that. And then gain the extra 20 pounds of muscles. But I know it starts with my mind. It starts with my mind first. So you can't really see it, but even down there, I ask myself every single day, how do I feel? How am I feeling? Because it's not important to what I do, but it's definitely important to my mental to understand where it's at. Because I don't treat myself the same if I'm feeling down or feeling up. I don't treat myself the same, right? So if I feel more negative than positive, I have to work harder. The flow isn't the same, so I have to work against the current, right? The flow, the current. Sometimes you get to work with the current. Sometimes it goes with you. Sometimes you're feeling determined, motivated, inspired, joyful, and it works with you. And it pushes you up. But then you'll have days where you'll feel like you crash. You feel like you're going down. And you can't get up. Those are the days you're going to have to work against the current. And that's why I don't overexert when I'm going up. I'm saving that energy for when it goes down. I have more energy to go back up. Right? It's just like your bank account. You don't spend all your funds. You save some for the rainy days. For the days that are not so swell. For when things dry up. And that's the main thing about running a business. It's being able to last those days. You know how many businesses closed in COVID in 2020? Because they didn't do this. They didn't take this model. How many people failed? How many people went homeless? Because they didn't save for the rainy days. They were leaving check to check. They were living above their means, thinking that it was at their means. But you can never be at their means. You know the saying, if you're late, you're late. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're early, you're on time. Be early, my friends. I really want you guys to be the best people you can be in any regard. Any regard, I want you guys to be the best that you can be. Everything you do, I want you to be better than last time. Now, that won't always be the case, but as long as you strive for it, right? Like MJ, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. 100%. So why would you take anything less than 100% of the shots? Beat the odds. Level out the ratio. Do what you got to do as a man, perform. And in turn, the people around you will love you. I can promise you that. The people around you will admire and adore you. You know what's crazy? 3 years ago, when I started working out, I never thought to myself, oh, I would inspire people, this and that. No, I did it for some selfish bullshit reasons. It wasn't bullshit. It was actually great. It was for my mental. It was for my health. And it was to look better. But that was the bullshit part, to look better. That's just cream on the cake. But I never in a million years would have thought, oh, this is going to inspire people, right? And if I did, it was going to be at the point where I felt like I reached my goal, right? Because I haven't reached that goal yet. Well, I've gained 20 pounds, but that's 20 extra pounds. So I never thought I would inspire people. And now every single day now, it's like I go in the gym and somebody has a compliment to say. And it's crazy because it was a time when I would be in my room. I would be in my room about this big. And I would get no compliments. And I would have nobody to talk to. Nobody would want to hit me up. And I would feel a certain way. I'd feel sad. Right? But it wasn't because I didn't have people saying what's up to me. It's because, and at the time I didn't realize it, I didn't even know why. But it's because I wasn't bringing any value to anybody. So now these people admire me and they're like, how'd you do it? That's an opportunity for me to bring value to people. And that's what brings joy in my life. No matter what I'm doing, I'm able to bring value. But before that, I had to water my own plants. I had to soak my own roots. And that's what I did. And it was an incredible time in my life, and it helped me turn it around. And I'm still going through it. I'm still not at parts where I want to be, but I'm definitely years ahead of where I was before. And so I'm very thankful to God for instilling these abilities into me and helping me have the perspicacity to see these things around me and install them into my brain so I become the man I am today. Right? He helped me. He gave me the ability, excuse me, to be more aware as a man to do this. And so I'm very appreciative. I'm very, very appreciative. And that's why I walk around humble. I'm not shitting on anybody. If it feels like I ever shit on you, it's because I'm telling you the truth that you need to hear. If you're a fat, filthy fuck sitting on the couch, then you're a fat, filthy fuck sitting on the couch. There's no way around that. You need to do something about that. Your health is deteriorating. You're becoming less of a man every single day. If you're not growing, you are dying. And not only are you dying, but people who are growing, they're going head past you. You could be 220 pounds fat fuck, and somebody's 300 pounds fat fuck. But you're not doing shit but eating potatoes, playing video game, and beating your meat. And he's out there grinding, running every day. He's already ahead of you because he has the mindset. See, that's all it takes to be ahead. Is to have that mindset. And you're already winning. So you have to be honest with yourself. You have to tell yourself, hey, I'm a fat, filthy fuck. And I hate being a fat, filthy fuck. I want to be who I want to be. That image of myself in the future. And that's who I am going to be. I will not accept anything less. Everything less, right? Because you're a king and it's your throne. You're sitting on your throne. You have to tell yourself, anything less brought to me on my throne, will be sentenced to death. Everything will be sentenced to death. Fatty food, donuts, chicken, unhealthy chicken. Fucking sitting there playing these fucking video games every single day. It all needs to be put to death, sentenced to death. Because I am a king and I deserve no less. I honor myself and my family and my people who look up to me, or in the future who will look up to me. I will become the man I set myself out to be. You have to talk to yourself like this every fucking day. And it sucks because it's every fucking day, but it's every fucking day you have to do it because people are out there doing shit that you want to do every fucking day and you're not doing it. So you have to do something every fucking day. And that's what you have to do. Instill some faith in yourself, some faith in God. And grind and work your ass off until you become your own top man. See, this podcast isn't about making the most money or bagging the most bitches. Yes, those things have to do with becoming a man or being a man, not becoming. But those things are intertwined, but that's not what it's fucking about. It's about changing your mindset and raising the bar for yourself. And once you realize that and you put all this other shit past you and you rip your own ego out your chest, only then can you adopt this mindset and grow like the man you're supposed to be. Hardened, war ready, wise, patient, loving, caring, stoic, charming. And I wish all of these things for you. I wish every single one of these things for you. And that you make the best choices in life for you and your people around you. Bring value to the ones you love. Because in that turn, you deserve it. Thank you. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're going to keep posting things like these. More podcasts on the way. And I'm working to get some guests here for you guys. And we're going to talk about it. This is exactly how men become men.